All right. Zachary and I are here, and we're going to be reading Antarctica. So, Zachary, what type of book is this? Do you know? Fiction or nonfiction?
Nonfiction.
How do you know it's nonfiction? You're right.
It's all real.
All real. So what I see in the photographs are real people in a real place where these people are, huh? What can you tell me about from looking at this photograph? What type of place does this look like?
The North Pole.
It looks like the North Pole. Why does it look like the North Pole?
Because there's snow everywhere.
There's snow, and I think looking at this photograph is making me cold. It looks like a cold place to be. Let's turn to the table of contents. What does the table of contents tell me?
5 is welcome to the
Antarctica.
yeah.
So on page 5, I see Welcome to Antarctica. So this, Welcome to Antarctica, that's called a heading. And a heading tells me on page 5, I'm going to be reading about Welcome to Antarctica. Do you want to turn to page 5 and see that heading?
Yeah.
Can you point to the heading? Can you read it with me? Welcome to Antarctica. Good. I'm going to go back to the table of contents. Can you find for me where I might read about ice, wind, and snow?
Page 19.
Wow, how do you know that?
It says 19 right here. And it's ice, wind, and snow.
Ice, wind, and snow on page 19. Can you turn to page 19 and see if we see the heading ice, wind, and snow? You must be a good mathematician too, because you're using those numbers really well to help you. All right, do you see the heading? Can you read it with me?
Ice, wind, and snow.
Ah, you didn't even need me to read it with you. You read it yourself. Good. Ice, wind, and snow. What do you think we're going to be learning about on page 19 when the heading tells me ice, wind, and snow?
Since we already know there was snow, so we don't know where the ice or the wind.
Yeah, so we might learn a little bit more about ice and wind, and maybe the text will tell me that because I noticed you were looking at the photograph. Lastly, I see this, and this is a caption, and this caption is telling me a little bit more about this photograph. So it says, 2 scientists work in the Trans-Antarctic Mountains. So this caption is telling me about this photograph. I do want to point out one more thing, Zachary, before we finish our reading today. I noticed something on page 7 that's a little bit different about some of the words on the page. Do you see anything that stands out to you? What does that say?
Yellow.
Yellow. So the word yellow is written in bold, and it's bold print because it's a key vocabulary word that the author wants us to learn on this page. Okay?
Okay.
How did you think you did in telling us about nonfiction text?
Good.
I think you did great. Good job.